to you from a mysterious, undisclosed location. The week we have ahead is a pretty productive week. Were it not for Mercury being retrograde, we would really think that this is some pretty constructive energy. In fact, if you avoid mercurial things, it is a pretty constructive energy. The moon is waxing in the early signs of the zodiac, always good for getting things started. We have the first quarter moon on Wednesday, which is a time of initiating action. The thing to do is to somehow or another avoid those mercurial things that involve a lot of technology, contracts, and stuff like that. Not always the easiest thing to do, of course, and transportation, snafus, communication misunderstandings, and all of that are likely to be part of the week, as they will be for the entire month of March and as they were for a good part of February. But that aside, it's still a very productive time. Monday especially is great for building things, literally as well as figuratively. Monday and Tuesday have a very, very productive energy, and that really continues through Wednesday. Which is the day of the first quarter moon. Again, a time to initiate and put things into action. The issue we have this month, though, is that the first quarter moon is in the sign of Gemini, a very mercurial sign. There's a lot of words involved. We also have the sun squaring Jupiter at that time. And the sun square Jupiter, as Sun is in Pisces and Jupiter is in Sagittarius, it's actually a pretty good mix-up. These two planets get along well in signs that are both rather Jupiterian or jovial. So that is actually kind of pretty good. Some egos could get out of hand and go too far. It's a sort of go to extreme kind of energy for some people. But generally speaking, I mean, grand plans and visions, they may not work out exactly as planned, or they may not work out just yet. But, you know, there could be something to them. It's a opportunity for ego inflation on the one hand, and on the other hand, it's also an opportunity for getting beyond what you would typically think of as being possible. So there's a good energy there. It may take a while to sort it out, that's all. You know, again, with the moon waxing and you're really sort of feeling that return of energy, it's pretty good. We're kind of on hold for a while. We're going to have to wait until sometime in April, I think, before we really feel like we're going forward again. After a pretty good start to the year, or a pretty energetic start to the year, I think we're sort of slipping back for a little while, particularly while the sun is in Pisces and Mercury is retrograde in Pisces. But then we're going to go forward, and I think that what happens around the middle of this week might give us a good clue as to where we're going to go when we get there. Now, at midweek, we also have Mars in Taurus trine Saturn in Capricorn, which is excellent. Talk about a good aspect for building things. It's very good for doing things on a concrete, earthy level. It's not a great time, again, for contracts and things like that, but it is a good time for doing things on the physical level. Pay attention to what you're eating. Pay attention to getting some exercise. Exercise is a really good one for this on a personal level. And in terms of what you're doing out in the world, I mean, you know, this is a time to get stuff done on the physical level. Pretty much the whole first part of the week, Monday through Wednesday, has that kind of energy. As we get into Thursday, and particularly Friday, what we're dealing with is a little bit different kind of energy. Friday and Saturday particularly are colored by the Cancer moon, and that's a very protective moon. And we have Mercury squaring Jupiter at the same time. Mercury's retrograde and squaring Jupiter. People could say a lot. People could say too much. People could say things that are not quite the case. You know, it sounds good, but is it really true type of thing. And with the moon in Cancer, they could be looking for reasons to retreat, to withdraw, to kind of get back into their comfort zones and security zones. It might be that things that happened earlier in the week, things that felt like they would be, really you get quite enthusiastic about on Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. Maybe on Friday, Saturday, you say, oh my gosh, should I really have done that? We have a long void time. I believe it's on Thursday. I'll check that and put it on the bottom of the screen. But the essentials of Thursday, Friday, and Saturday are a little bit less go-forward kind of energy compared to the beginning part of the week. And then, later on Saturday, the moon slips into Leo, and proudly marches into Leo. And Saturday night from about 9 o'clock Eastern Time, 6 o'clock Pacific Time, and pretty late if you were in Europe, the moon gets into Leo. And then Saturday night and Sunday and into the coming part of the new week, there's a much more upbeat, outgoing energy. It's really, I mean, Saturday night would be the night to go out and party compared to Friday night, which might be much more like stay in and, sort of recover from the week and sort of think things through and just sort of take care of yourself. So Saturday is much more outgoing energy, and Sunday should be lovely for socializing and should be great for creativity as well. As a matter of fact, creativity is very strong all week long. I would look for Monday, Wednesday, and Sunday to be especially good for creative endeavors and projects and things like that. But really, it's a pretty creative week all the way through. All right, that's the story for this week, and I will see you next week.